This is the Louie T Network.
In the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, Louie T? Welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I'm your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Week number 5 in the National Football League. St. Louis Rams coming off of a bye week, man, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, coming off their first loss of the season. How would they respond? This is a big game. Eagles got a huge NFC East matchup right around the corner, so this is a big one to get heading into that matchup versus the G-Man. Meanwhile, St. Louis Rams are crowning Austin Davis as their quarterback for the rest of the season. I must admit, don't tell nobody I said this, okay? Don't tell nobody I said this. I'm starting to like Austin Davis. He's growing on me. Get off of me, man. He's starting to grow on me. Don't tell anybody I said that, though. So let's talk about this matchup. Rams at Eagles. Rams go 3 and out to start the game and have a punt blocked by James Casey, scooped up by Chris Marigos into the end zone. Go the Eagles on special teams for the second consecutive week. They block a punt and score a touchdown off of it. And look, if you're the Eagles, man, this is magnificent. This is great. I mean, most teams, they can only dream about blocking a punt and getting a touchdown. You've done it 2 weeks in a row. Now, I'm warning you on this. And let me caution you by telling you this. Don't expect this moving forward. Don't expect to do this every week, okay? And sometimes you can grow complacent when you're getting help from your defense, when you're getting help from your special team. Ask the Chicago Bears 2 years ago. They did this exact same thing. Started out the season like gangbusters on special teams and defense. They were scoring touchdowns all over the place. I'd never seen anything like it before. And then the well ran dry, and all of a sudden the offense was like, hey, what happened to my 14 points I was getting from the defense and the special teams? Hey, that ran out. You used that all up in the first 9 weeks of the season, and they couldn't score any points. Not saying that's going to happen to you. I'm just warning you. Don't get used to this. Don't get comfortable. But it's nice to have it when it happens. It's 7-0 in this game. Eagles special teams stepping up big once again. Eagles moved the football down inside the Rams 10-yard line, and they moved it efficiently, but bogged down after the Rams tightened up on defense, forcing them to settle for a field goal. It's 10-0 Eagles up in this game. Mighty Mike strikes again on special teams with a solid punt return. Then you tack on a personal foul on Ray Armstrong, and all of a sudden, you're right back in field goal range again. Doesn't hurt that TJ McDonald, and when you do dumb things like he did on this play, not looking for the football, running into the receiver, and drawing a pass interference flag, you don't get to be called TJ. That sounds too cool. Tim McDonald Jr. pass interference penalty puts the Eagles in field goal range even closer. Now it's 13-0. Eagles up in this football game. That's the end of the first quarter. And this is becoming a theme with this Rams team. With all these penalties, talked about the Ray Armstrong personal foul penalty. I talked about the Tim McDonald Jr. pass interference penalty. These are all mistakes that give the other team opportunities to score points. You have a field goal or a punt block. These are mistakes you can't have. You're not good enough as a football team to overcome these type of mistakes. And then you can't have the penalties. Seems like Jeff Fisher this year doesn't have these guys on a good enough leash. Too many penalties for this St. Louis Rams football team early in this season. It's 13-0 as we head to the second quarter. Shady McCoy fumbles the football and is recovered by the Rams at the Eagles' 19-yard line. After having first and goal from the 5, Austin Davis is smashed on the blitz by the Eagles. It is fumbled by Austin Davis, recovered by the Eagles, and the threat to score is averted by the Eagles. No points for the Rams. And let's go back to that shady fumble for a second. He's pressing. He's pressing because he wants to be a part of the action. He's not used to being bottled up the way he's been bottled up this season. And so he's trying so hard to make a play, and he's just got to let the game come to him. This particular play here, he was doing too much, He tried to stay up too long, and he was dancing, he was juking, and it was about 5 Ram defenders just go down at that point. Ball comes out, Raiders, he's going down to the ground. Rams pick it up, but it doesn't hurt the Eagles as they're able to get it back with the sack of Austin Davis and the subsequent fumble and recovery. So it's still 13-0 in this game. Nicholas Foles is picked off by E.J. Gaines, and then the Rams embark on a very methodical drive that ends in a Brian Quick ad-lib touchdown. I'm starting to like E.J. Gaines. I wasn't a huge E.J. Gaines fan coming out of Missouri when you drafted him. I didn't think he was going to make the roster. I thought he was going to be a guy that was on the practice squad. To my chagrin, he's actually came in, and I'm pleasantly surprised with his play thus far. That was a nice play. He looked for the ball. He located the football and the receiver, put him on the back hip, and was able to come down with the football. It was a hell of a play for a rookie. I like what I see out of this kid. Big play. Rams finally get on the scoreboard after that interception. The momentum of that pick, they move down the field and get 7. And it was a nice play by Austin Davis, who scrambles out of the pocket, goes around, and kind of backs up, and then turns around and fires Brian Quick in the end zone. So, like I said, shh, don't tell nobody. Austin Davis starting to kind of wear on me a little bit, starting to kind of warm up to this kid. And that was a nice play. And Brian Quick, man, am I happy to see this kid starting to pan out, man. All the potential, all the height, the size, the speed you're looking for in that frame. And you spent a high second-round pick on this kid, and now he's starting to pan out. I'm glad to see that. It's 13-7 Eagles up in this game. Eagles get a late first half touchdown by Riley Cooper on a fade route. Riley, why'd you have to do that? Get your balls out of that man's face. That was musty, man. Come on, man. Get that out of my face. I don't want to smell that. Don't go up there and do that to that young fella like that. That's not right, man. Stop that. 20-7. Eagles at the half up on this Rams football team. Despicable. So we go to the third quarter. First snap. Very first snap from scrimmage in the second half. Disaster for the Rams. Austin Davis nailed by Trent Cole. Ball is fumbled, scooped up in the end zone by Cedric Thornton. It's a touchdown for the Eagles. Just like that, it's 27-7 in this football game. And you got to stop allowing Austin Davis to take these shots. If you're the Rams, you got to protect this kid better than that, man. I mean, that's the second time he was absolutely drilled. Now, the first one, maybe it's his fault. That was front side, play side. He could see that defender coming, and he just didn't. He was focused down the field in the end zone, and he got drilled. And that was a free blitzer. He's got to know. He's got to know. He's got to get rid of the football. This one here, Jake Long was just beat like a drum by Trent Cole, and he was nailed. You got to stop letting this kid take these shots, man. So now it's 27-7. And this play right here, this next play I'm about to talk about, has nothing to do with the outcome of the game. It has nothing to do with nothing. I just needed to bring it up because this is more dumb Rams football right here, okay? Johnny Hecker, your Pro Bowl punter, knocks a beauty down in the corner, down to the 2-yard line. The ball is going out of bounds. The ball, listen to what I'm saying. The ball is going out of bounds. Not close to the pylon. It's going out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. LaMarcus Joyner runs and saves the football and throws it back inbounds. Are you crazy? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you crazy? And luckily enough, there are about 6 Rams there that can down the football. What is this kid doing? Somebody grabbed him. I saw a player grab him and ask him like that exactly. What are you doing? Hey, look, Rams, man, y'all got to tighten up, man. That can't happen, okay? Know the rules. That can't happen. So we move on. I'm sorry I just had to say something about that. Zach Stacy fumbles the football. It is scooped up by Cedric Thornton again. Shame on the Eagles' defensive unit. Shame on them. Okay, Cedric Thornton, who has been Johnny on the spot in this game, already has a touchdown to his name, scooping up the fumble forced by Trent Cole. Has another opportunity to score. He should have scored on this play, okay? There are about 4 Eagle defenders around him. Nobody blocks the Ram guy that ends up tackling him on this play. Come on, man. Once your guy picks up the football, you automatically turn into a blocker. I don't need you running next to me posing, okay? Find somebody, seek them out, block them so I can get in the end zone. And then if you want to celebrate with me after I score, we can celebrate. But don't get me tackled. I'm looking up the field trying to run. I'm not looking around for guys coming from behind. You need to be doing that. And so there's no reason for him to be tackled on this play. Doesn't matter, though. 2 plays later, Jeremy Maclin, loose in the Rams secondary, wide open for a touchdown. It's now 34-7. This game is over. At least that's what we thought at this point, as the Eagles are dominating the St. Louis Rams. Rams in the third quarter with a Benny Cunningham rushing touchdown to make it 34-14. You know what this felt like right here? This felt like, and let me see, this is a lesson that needs to be learned by the Eagles. Never let them know you don't care, okay? Never let the opponent know you don't care. And it's much like when you're at home and you got some siblings and you got a nice fresh box of granola bars. And it's a 6-pack. So, it's only 6 in a box. So you don't want everybody eating your stuff, okay? But, somebody asks, hey, can I have one? Hey, I don't care. Can I have one? I don't care. Go ahead. I don't care. Oh, you don't care? So they take one. 5 minutes later, they come back. They don't care. They take another. Then another person comes. You think she'll mind? Nah, she don't care. Go ahead, eat one. And next thing you know, you got one granola bar left. And you haven't even had one yourself. You go to your box and you're thinking, man, I'm going to eat 2. I'm hungry. They look good. You reach open for that box. You got one granola bar. What happened to my granola? You let them know you didn't care, man. You can't let them. You give them an inch, they take a yard, man. They take a foot, man. Don't let them know you don't care. The Eagles said, hey, Benny, oh, that's cute, man. He want to score a touchdown into the third quarter. That's cute, man. Go ahead. You can have a touchdown. They don't matter. We still up 34-14. We still up a dub. Man, we good. So we move on to the fourth quarter. Eagles looking to salt away the game with Nicholas Foles fumbles the football on a non-contact dive head first as he's running the football, picks up a first down. No one touches him. He dives onto the ground. Ball comes out. Rams recover. And that was a bad sign of things to come. You kind of knew that was a little awkward. It's still up 20. What difference does it make, right? Wrong. As that Eagles turn that into a 32-yard Kenny Britt touchdown. It's now 34-21. Hey, Rams starting to loiter, man. They starting to hang around. They loitering around the facility. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm just chilling, man. I'm just hanging out. Hey, the Rams are starting to loiter. Put them away, Philly. Put them away. After the Eagles 3 and out. Uh-oh. The Rams march down the field and score on their third consecutive possession, this time on a Brian Quick back shoulder fade. It was a beaut by Austin Davis to Brian Quick. And I told you, shh, don't tell anybody. 7 straight completions for Austin Davis, including that touchdown pass. Don't tell anybody. He's starting to grow on me. I'm starting to like this kid. It's 34-28. What just happened to that 34-7 lead? It evaporated. You let them know you didn't care. All of a sudden, they got greedy. You told them they could have 1 touchdown. They took 3. Now you better put them away. They're getting really, now they're coming for the rest of your box of goodies. They're coming for the rest of the box of granola bars. You got to stop them before you don't even get to eat one yourself. So, Eagles punt with 1:58 remaining. Uh-oh. Do we have one of the biggest comebacks in NFL history right here on our hands? Do we? 1:58 remaining. Eagles up 6. Brian Quick for a 42-yard. He was this close. When I tell you he was this close to breaking that for about an 82-yard touchdown. I mean, he was that close. They barely got a hand on him and slowed him down. And then Austin Pettis got to catch the ball, man. Catch the football, man. Huge drop on second down. Nice throw by Austin Davis. You got to catch the football if you're Austin Pettis. He does not. That was a backbreaker. That was the play that ended the game for me right there. Third down, he drops it again. I don't know if I classify that one as a drop as much as I say, hey, that was just a good play by the Eagles defender to knock it out of his hands. Still, I'm still thinking about second down. Catch the football, man. That puts you in 4th and long Austin Davis feels like he has to make a play down the field. Launches it deep. It's incomplete. The Eagles hold on for dear life. 34-28. Get the victory. Look, wasn't pretty at the end, down the stretch. Very poor execution by the Eagles late in this ball game to secure the victory, but they secured the victory nonetheless. They get it done 34-28. If you're St. Louis, you got to stop playing one half of football. This is getting old fast, okay? I tell teams this all the time. The Bears have an issue with playing two halves of football. The Titans last year had an issue playing two halves of football. Now you have an issue playing two halves of football. You did it last week or 2 weeks ago against Dallas when you blew a 21-0 lead. You did it again this week. You fell behind 34-7 before mounting a comeback. One almost for the ages, but falling short. If you could play consistent for 4 quarters, you'd be a dangerous team. And another thing, where the hell is the pass rush? My God, where is that gone? I mean, Robert Quinn, the mighty Quinn, he's been mighty quiet. Not mighty Quinn. Where's everybody at? It's the crickets. Where's Aaron Donald? Never trust a man with 2 first names. Kendall Langford. Where are all these guys at? Where's William Hayes? Nobody. I know where Chris Long is. He's hurt. Where's everybody else at, though? I don't know. Big win for the Eagles, though, man. Way to get it done. You jumped out on these boys like you were supposed to. Put them away, man. Put them away, man. But you won the game. Now it's a huge showdown in the NFC East next week as you're taking on the G-Men. They're 3-2, coming off their 3rd consecutive win. Let's see if you can cool them off next week. That should be a heck of a lot of fun. As the Eagles are now 4-1 on the season, Rams drop to 1-3 on the season. That's going to do it for Rams Eagles. I thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. Come back and join me as I've got plenty more games to break down in week number 5 in the National Football League. See you in a bit. Like the content? Want more? Sub up.